Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. I am your host Morgan. So guys, it has been a long time since I've been on Mechabreak, and I was told the other day by a friend that that the game is actually a lot better than it was. They reworked the whole store system and everything, which seems to be much better than it was before, and things that were, I guess, like in limited quantity are no longer limited, which is nice. So you don't feel like you have to bite the bullet on things when you don't have the money and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, I got the new like superstar outfit that they had going on for the character, as well as some other new items that they added in as well. Geez, look at my character. She looks so freaking good. But yeah, sorry, I'm just distracted by the model. But yeah, so like I said, I haven't played this game in a hot minute. As you can see here, I got a new outfit. I really like the Exo Hunter suit though. It's actually pretty good. There's so much new stuff in this game. It's actually insane. So you got the new Night Stalker helmet too. This thing looks pretty far. I might make this like my main helmet. I do like the Project Skyward helmet as well. It is pretty nice, but considering, you know, this one's newer, I figured I'd rock it and wear it. But yeah, so back in the day when I started VTubing, like a little over like a year ago, I would always be playing Mechabreak, and I used to have this series called Mechabreak Monday, and essentially I would kind of just go through like the updates that the game had in the store and everything. It wasn't like a really popular series on the channel, but I really enjoyed the game. But I think after a while, the game just didn't have much content for me. And therefore, I kind of just decided I don't want to play this game anymore, right? And so now I'm back on the game to kind of just give it a little bit of a test drive, you know, after a while. And I have to say that this is one of those games that I, for the longest time, played pretty religiously. Like back in the first like 2 seasons, I got, and season 0 as well, I got to the purple rank in what was it, Operation Verge. I forgot what exactly it was called, but I think it was called like Master, I think was the rank that I got to. And so I used to, and as you can see, I'm Bronze 5, so I got kicked back, but I haven't played the last 2 seasons, so it makes sense why everything got kicked back so far. But this game is still very fun. Like, the gameplay in the game is fun, but the content and the reason to play, it's just not been there for me, right? For the longest time. So we're kind of just gonna go in here and, you know, just have some fun. As you can see for my Falcon, like it's recon kits like on the head, how it has like its little helmet now. I bought that in the store as well. That was brand new. I really have such a decked out Falcon. Like, this thing looks so insane. The Falcon's always been my favorite mech to use in this game. It's not the fastest flying mech, but I've always been a fan of it, and I've mastered most of its, flying capabilities and stuff. But since this is like my first time back on in a while, it's definitely going to be a, taking the rust off, if you will. I'm also doing my Xbox remote play. So if there's lag with this game, that's why. And as you can see, we're experiencing some already. But yeah, so because I'm using the remote play, there might be some lagging issues that happen, but it's the only way I can capture gameplay on my Xbox. I tried downloading this on PC, but I couldn't connect my Xbox account, so therefore I couldn't use it. But yeah, so first match in, we're gonna, see how well I do. I'm not expecting anything crazy good, considering it's the first time back in a while. But, if we did really good, that'd be nice. Hopefully by the end, I actually get an MVP. Oh, great. Yeah, this is atrocious lag. I don't know if that has anything to do with remote play, or if that has to do with the actual game itself. So yeah, attacking Aquila as Falcon is normally the best thing that, you can do. So when it comes to like each mech, right, there's like other mechs that specifically your mech can counter or would be best to go up against. So playing as Falcon or playing as Sky Raider, Aquila becomes a very easy target because Aquila is kind of like a sniper class. And because Aquila is so slow in the air, it makes, you know, that mech very susceptible to getting taken out by Falcon with the missile attacks or with the energy rockets or the energy rifle on Sky Raider. Sky Raider is kind of like a sniper marksman rifle, but, you know, on a jet pretty much. But yeah, no, this game's pretty frantic in terms of like movement speed and everything. Oh, there's Aquila again. Yeah, see, it like basically I could just melt this person using Falcon. And 9 times out of 10, you know, you will get assists. Like the thing is with Falcon, the damage output on Falcon isn't super high, but you know, you can get a lot of disruptions on objectives, right? Ow. And on top of that, not only do you get a lot of, you know, objective disruptions, but you get a lot of assists, and you can get a lot of kills too. It really just ultimately depends on like when you do your strafing runs. But Falcon outside of flight mode is very vulnerable. Like Falcon's health pool is not very big at all, and the shields are not very big on Falcon. So you definitely have to be very, you know, careful when you're knocked out of flight mode for Falcon. Yeah, Aquila's just such an easy target. Like, literally you can just laser this person. I fly way too high. Like, I'm constantly in the clouds playing as Falcon. Way too much. Execution. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. No, I got Panther on me. That's not good. Try to get out of here. But yeah, no. Like I said, you know, with certain mechs, it's a lot easier to fight. Now, when you're fighting against tank mechs, though, it's definitely a lot harder because they have like overshields in their turret modes, and it's pretty hard to break through. One thing that really sucks though for Falcon is, right, the auto cannons outside of jet mode don't really do a lot of damage. And so when, you know, you're stuck in a confined space as Falcon, you're kind of in a danger zone, especially if you're going up against like melee focused mechs like Elysinus, Stellaris, or Welkin. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get grounded by any of those, or Panther as well. And, you know, I don't know, Falcon's playstyle has just always been the best one in my opinion. Like, I prefer to be fast. I mean, you know, my character can fly, so why not play a mech that can fly too, right? It just kind of all works. You know, what kind of weapon the enemy's using. That can also depend upon if you take any damage to your shield. Like, if you go up against a melee-focused mech, then your shields don't protect you. Your shields mainly protect you from, like, ranged attacks, so, like, guns and stuff like that, but anything melee just goes straight to the health pool automatically. Ready for deployment. Stellaris, I honestly hate those. Stellaris can keep up with flying mechs and go invisible and grapple onto you. It's ridiculous. Stellaris is genuinely an annoying mech to deal with, personally. I will say that I'm very impressed with the lack of lag so far doing the remote play. In the very beginning of the match, though, it was pretty scuffed. It was pretty chopped right out of the gate. But I'm just glad that things are working real too fast. Oh, great. Yep, Stellaris is back on me again. Yep, that's fun. I can't stand Stellaris. Like, look at this person do. They're just, look at that. They're just diving on me. Crazy. Oh, okay, I'm just getting really pissed off now. Like, I'm trying to avoid this person, and I just can't. Stellaris is so freaking annoying to deal with. Easy work. Easy work. Now I just gotta keep them off C, and then that should help us a little bit, at least staving them off. Yeah, so this is where the fun begins, but it's also kind of the diciest part, right, is trying to keep them off of the point, right? Keeping them off C or B or whichever point you're on. Now, basically, if you hit them with any bullet, it will take them off the point. And therefore they won't be able to, like, capture it, or they won't be able to, like, pick anything up. Now, when it comes to Welkin here, I should be able to take him out as long as nobody hits me. I mean, he's pretty low right now, which is doable. I think one more, like, strafe run should do it. So I should be able to get him right here with this strafe run. Yep, there we go. Like, so Welkin is a pretty powerful character. But, you know, if you get him in an open field or something like that, he's in trouble. As you can see, I just destroyed him. It's not impossible to take out bigger mechs as a small mech like Falcon, but you just have to be very strategical with your strafing runs. And once you're very strategical with said strafing runs, you'll be good. Oh great, there goes the lag. That is some chopped stuff right there. Look at this. This is what I mean by remote play not working sometimes. Ay, ay, ay. It's okay, though. It's okay. We're back. Yeah, it just gets all scuffed. All scuffed gameplay. Alright, so we should be able to get back in the game. Realistically, all we need is like one capture, and we're back in the game. That's all that it takes. One capture. I mean, this isn't even like a high-scoring game. Like, I've had games before where we would, this is obviously back in like the earlier days in Mechabreak, but like, being able to play and like absolutely blowing teams out by a shit ton of points. This just happens not to be the case. I'll be honest, I've only tried going for the objective like one time, but that's because I don't have any shields. Like, my character is not a tank build, so it's genuinely pretty hard to be able to get any kind of, you know, win on stuff. Yeah, Hurricane's done. He's not even gonna be able to make it to objective. Bro was out of health before he knew it. If you don't have like be able to tank damage, or you don't have any like shield or anything, it's gonna be pretty difficult to be able to you know, get through an open space with flying mechs surrounding you, pretty much. I will say though, I'm racking. That's the crazy part. You know, so Panther is almost done. So now that there's a sandstorm, right, my targeting system's all messed up, so I have to put the recon kit on so that way I can lock on enemies. Ooh, I'm very surprised I got that. Okay, that was pretty neat. Pretty cool. Oh boy. Yeah, no, this is the worst part. When you can't lock on enemies and you don't know who's the enemy and who's friendly, like, that's what makes this ultimately super duper hard. Is when you get to those points. Also, your shields can't charge during this time either. So like, if you lose your fluid shield, you're pretty much, you know, done for. It's all down to your HP after that.
Welkin, ready to pick off some stragglers.
Oh boy. Yep. There's Hurricane again. Bro trying to electrocute me. I'm almost dead. It's not good. It's not good. Such low health. Big skill issue, one would argue. I think if we get one more capture, we should be able to win this. I don't think we're going to make it out of here. Yeah, I'm going to die. I'm one hit. I'm one shot. Yep, there it is. Of course it had to be a Stellaris. Of course it did. Stellaris is such an asshole. Just trying to deal with him is ridiculously hard. But it's fine. It is what it is, you know? Look at that. Just hits me with his damn daggers. Yeah, no, the Xbox remote play is just scuffed. So scuffed. Genuinely super hard to actually, like, get through a you know, stream or anything without it just going absolutely haywire. Lumine is going to be done for. Lumine is interesting. Lumine is very much a support-based character. Because Lumine, you know, is pretty much a healer, but they can put, like, corruption drones on you that can chip away at your health. But overall, Lumine is pretty much a support healer rather than, like, an attack mech. Basically, Mechabreak is kind of like a hero shooter, but with mechs. It's, like, the best way I guess I could describe it in terms of, like, the 6v6 combat.
Key generates at point C in 30 seconds.
Got another sandstorm coming in, but it probably won't get here before the end of the game if I had to take a guess. Alright, so we're back to fighting Aquila again. Looks like you got Aquila on Aquila action. You see, the thing is, when it comes to certain mechs, it's kind of like Dead by Daylight in a way, or like if you play Marvel Rivals and something where you have to know the abilities and how to utilize each character well. Like, you at least want to know how to use one character of each class. Now, the main thing with Mechabreak, though, is, right, like, for a character like Falcon, not a lot of people use Falcon because outside of Falcon's, like, flight mode, the mech doesn't really do a lot of damage. But first game under our belts, we got a W. It wasn't a pretty W, but, you know, we got it, so, I mean, a win's a win. We'll take it however that, you know, comes, but a little bit of a rough start, I will say, for the lag especially. That was a pretty tough one to deal with. So at the end of each game, you kind of get, like, your highlight reel of how you played in the game. You also get, like, your stats and stuff, right? It's honestly really, really cool. Like this game in general, I think, is really cool. Just with everything from the aesthetics of it, the gameplay is so fluid. Like, one of the things I'm super impressed about when it comes to Mechabreak, right, is how fluid the gameplay is. Of course, when your connection, you know, is not having issues, right, which, you know, tends to be the problem most of the time. But, yeah, no, the game itself plays well. And when you look at most modern video games, they don't play well. Like, the gameplay is not smooth, something's broken, there's a lot of game-breaking issues. And when it comes to Mechabreak, the hardest part, or the worst part about it, is really connection issues. Outside of connectivity, like, the gameplay is flawless. As long as your connection is good, you have flawless gameplay. Alright, so we found a new match. So, it took a little bit, a lot longer than I was expecting, but we got a new match. Alright, so, yeah, no, so when it comes to this game, it's just, I really wish that it was a lot more famous than it is, but it makes sense why it's not super famous. I mean, Mecha is kind of like a niche audience, right, in terms of who plays it. I definitely recommend people definitely play this game, at least for the gameplay part alone, right? It's very fun, but ultimately, the cosmetics are expensive. Like, if you think Fortnite or Call of Duty are egregious with their cosmetics, so let me put this into perspective. A full set for cosmetics in this game, like for like an outfit with all of the accessories and stuff, could run you upwards of like maybe $40. And like the premium characters and mechs in the game are like $49. So yeah, the game has some very egregious microtransaction prices still to this day, but I'm glad they at least removed some of like the rarity of some things. Oh, here we go with the lag again. Not good. Yeah, so the lag in this game is definitely something that needs to be improved upon. Like I said, I don't know if this is due to Xbox Remote Play or if this is like my Wi-Fi connection, the servers and stuff, but I've always had lag problems with this game. Normally not in the gameplay part, normally it's actually in the base of all places, but yeah, no, I'm very, honestly, I'm very happy to be back on this game. My hope is that, you know, that they make playing ranked mode, like, they give you more of a reason to, right? Because my major critique with playing ranked Verge or Ace Arena is the only rewards you get are like these loot box cases, and 9 times out of 10 you don't get anything good out of them. Like, most of the time you have to end up buying stuff. Back in the day it was in the Matrix shop, so basically you get mission credits, and you could use those free mission credits to purchase cool items and stuff. Unfortunately, when it comes to how this all operates now. It seems like that's gone. But they took away like the limited time thing. So like basically you would have these like sets and stuff that would run for a limited amount of time and then you couldn't buy them anymore. But now in the store they're available like at all times. And the characters and character accessories are available at all times in the store, which I think is awesome, you know? I do think that this game is super fun. It's just, you know, what is the progression, right? Like half the time when you look at a game, right, you want to get something for playing the game. This is one thing I'll kind of give Call of Duty credit with, right, with their prestige system. Is like you unlock weapon blueprints and skins for free just by unlocking prestiges, which I think is awesome and amazing. But unfortunately, with that being said, it's one of those things where with Mechabreak, there still doesn't seem to be a huge reason to play. Like, sure, they have a battle pass, but the battle pass, in my opinion, doesn't give much incentives. Like, there's no character customization with the battle pass. There's no real mech customization. It's just loot boxes, gear boxes, which are randoms, by the way. Like, what you pull random things from it. Some in-game currencies and stuff. But ultimately, I would say there is nothing really worth it in the, you know, ranking up of everything. I think you just play Mechabreak just to play it, like just to have fun gameplay. And like, you know, even with like Doom, which is like a single player game, like you can earn a lot of cool cosmetics and stuff by playing that game and completing challenges and stuff like that, especially in Eternal. That's one of the, you know, nice things about Eternal is like you could, you know, do all the different challenges and unlock the sets and stuff, and it was really cool and it was really fun. But the main problem with Mechabreak to this day is I don't think the battle passes have anything like for the, like if you had character stuff, right, like customization for character stuff, that would be something you should put into the battle pass, or like mech customization. I think those two things, if you were to put stuff in the battle pass cosmetic wise that was either for the mechs or for your character, I think more people would be buying the Mechabreak battle passes, but unfortunately they don't. And that's really unfortunate, to be honest, but we're doing pretty good this game, to be honest with you. I think we're kind of wrecking the other team. Alright, let's see here. Oh, we could have all three of these nodes here in a second. Oh, I guess Panthers come back and want some more. Yeah, no, so one of the major things about being in a space like this with my character is it's pretty hard to stay away from all the ground people. Like, all the ground mechs just absolutely dominate. I mean, speaking of domination, I need to look up at the scoreboard right now. We're sitting up here in the 400s, and they're not even 200, so we're doing pretty good right now. As long as we can keep them off of capturing other points, we should be fine. This is literally like domination out of Call of Duty, pretty much. Except if you get hit once, then it like restarts you from capturing the point. I don't even know if Mechabreak has... Yeah, they gotta have a competitive scene. I mean, pretty much every game does at this point. I mean, obviously, right now I'm playing in, like, the low brackets. Like, honestly, when you get to those higher brackets, like Master, Grandmaster, and stuff like that, I gotta say, you guys have no idea how much of a skill jump that there is. It's pretty nuts. Like, there is a huge skill jump with those. And, yeah. It becomes very annoying because basically up until, like, gold, you have loss prevention. So basically you won't, like, lose your ranked points, right? Until you pass the gold tier. And once you pass the gold tier, you'll start to lose your ranked points. But it's ridiculous because once you get up to master and stuff, like, you're basically, like, got your cheeks clenched the entire time that you're playing the game. And it's really unfortunate. Just finish this guy off real quick. But yeah, no, like I was saying, it's really unfortunate because, you know, you're just trying to get to the next level and it's, well, pretty impossible because, you know, you're playing against, like, sweats. I mean, right now, I'm still coming off of, like, a huge hiatus from this game, so I'm still kind of rusty right now. So this isn't even the best gameplay. If you guys go back and you watch my old Mechabreak Mondays, I actually have much better gameplay in those videos than you see right now. At least for the most part. There's a few videos that's not the best, but that's the thing, right? Sometimes you get gameplay of you doing really good and not really good. Last night I was watching Aria. She was playing with my buddy, PC Boys, who I've mentioned on the channel multitudes of times. and Jay Cannon, they were all playing some Dead by Daylight, and I was on my computer doing some stuff and listening to them screaming and stuff. But they had some good games and some not so good games. But so is the way with DVD, just like with any game, you know, that you play, right? It doesn't matter if it's Marvel Rivals, Mechabreak, Dead by Daylight, like you're gonna have the good games and your bad games. That's just how it be. But I do need to get back into Mechabreak though. It's just gonna be difficult because after I get my new job, you know, position in like July, it's gonna be pretty, like, I'm not gonna have much time to play games. I mean, you know, like, I'm obviously not gonna have time to, you know, do VTubing, and, you know, that's why I'm retiring. But, you know, I won't have much time to play video games either, so it's gonna kind of be like I'm gonna be very absent from a lot of things. I mean, I'll be in, like, you know, stream chat rooms from time to time and stuff, but that's about it. And my Discord, like, because I'll keep that up, but I don't know how often I'll be in it. But, you know, if there's a place you'll find it. I just realized we're gonna win the game. Well, I've been yapping so much, just, you know, shooting the shit out of these guys. I haven't even paid attention to the fact that the game is literally almost over with. Like, we're about to win this. We're about to win. Oh, yeah, it's game over. Look at that. That was a clean game. Complete and utter destruction of the enemy team. Absolutely wiped the floor with them. And look who got MVP. That's right, me. I got MVP. I'm glad I got one, actually, in gameplay. I'm glad I got an MVP.
Assist.
Back in the day, I used to get MVP just one after another playing these games.
Double kill.
But it's nice to have one back on stream again, so that's pretty nice. Pretty cool. I had 8 kills. That's actually pretty good. It's not my highest kills. I think I got like 11 or 12. I think it's like my highest kills. But pretty good. We had a double kill. We didn't get a triple or an ace. That'd be really dope, but
MVP.
Useless to run when
look at that.
Falcon has its eyes on ya.
W. Absolutely shredded them. That was not a win. That was like decimation. They didn't even get halfway to what they needed. That's absolutely insane. Completely destroyed them. Alright, guys. Well, that was a fun time. You know, I haven't played this game in a hot minute. And, I had a really good time. It was really fun. We got an MVP. So, I mean, we got quite a few of the things off the bucket list for returning to Mechabreak for the first time in months. I had to have been away from this game for 3 to 4 months. Had to have been about that amount of time. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, I guess you can dance on a stripper pole in this game. Trust me, I knew about that. This is all intentional right here. 110%, this is all intentional. This game is rated T for teen, by the way. I mean, I think they should have just made it rated M for mature and just, you know, kind of boosted the goonery of the game, and, you know, it'd be perfect. But yeah, no, in all serious note, though, this was really fun, and I had such a great time playing. I'll probably play Mechabreak, I think, a few more times. Like, I've noticed, you know, people have seemed to be gotten a little bit, you know, worn out on Helldivers, so I'm gonna try Mechabreak out again, see if people enjoy the gameplay of that, and we'll see how that performs and whatnot. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time to play games, and when I do, it's normally like a few hours maximum. And that doesn't obviously include, like, you know, the time it takes for me to like edit videos and stuff. So it doesn't include all that time. But yeah, no, this was fun. I'm hoping everybody enjoys the Mechabreak videos. I definitely want to make more of them before, you know, I retire. But no, this was fun. I don't know if I'm gonna have a reaction video this weekend, but we will find out if that's the case or not. I will try to. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one.